coming to Las Vegas since I was a very little kid. Started off sitting in the back of the family station wagon. Now I drive myself here. I know this town like I know the roof of my mouth. Yeah. And every time I come here, I bring my bicycles with me and I put them on the tour bus. I wear a disguise and I make my way around. I've been all over the suburbs around here. I've been climbing. I went climbing for 2 weeks last year up at Red Rock. You know where that is here? Hell, I even got fired from this hotel about 10 years ago. Yeah. What have you ever been fired from? Burger King? Jesus. In case you haven't noticed, we got 3/4 Inevitable Van Halen and 3/4 original and 1/4 Inevitable Van Halen. Count them, 3 scoops of VH with 1 scoop of Diamond Dave. Yeah, man. And the band is growing up. I was thinking back the other night because it is coming around New Year here, and I was talking the other night about back in the day when we used to play in the backyard parties. So when I come from a little suburb called Pasadena in Southern California. And my good friend Stan, when we were just out of high school, actually did drive an ice cream truck. And we would have parties every second Saturday of the month when Stan's mom would go to the Pasadena Rotarians meeting, and we would park the ice cream truck in the Michigan Street Gang's backyard, and we would throw away all the ice cream and use the freezer to keep the beer cold for the party that night. True story. Perhaps even more importantly than the ritual at the Michigan Street Gang was about 2 doors down at Kenny's house, the ritual that led up to the party. We all had a friend named Kenny, don't lie. You remember Kenny who lived over the garage, Kenny who lived behind the garage, Kenny who lived in the basement under the garage. About 8 or 9 of us sitting Indian style at Kenny's house, passing joints both ways. Right across from where we always sat was a blackboard, it was a dartboard, and it was against a black wall. Kenny had painted everything in the room black, and it was underneath the black light right next to the Jimi Hendrix black light poster. And after a while, we would start to try and play darts, and we would always miss the dartboard, and we would hit the wall right next to it, and it would chip away the black paint. And underneath was a white wall, and it would come out from underneath little dots of white. And underneath the black light, we would pretend we were looking at stars. After a couple hours, things got real quiet, and we'd all act like we were looking out the windshield of the SS Enterprise, going somewhere good. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was Saturday night, 1972. One of those nights, I was sitting across from a young lady who looked a lot like you with long black hair, and she said something and I wanted to get her attention, so I laughed a little bit too loud. And everybody got quiet, and she flipped a bottle top at me and hit me in the shoulder and said, "What are you, Roth, girl or something?" And I said, "Well, actually, I spent the next 3.5 years with her." And I'd take Arlene home, and before I'd drop her out of my Opel Kadett station wagon at her parents' house, we'd be making out after probably at one of the parties, and I'd swear, I'd tell her every time, "Sweetheart, kiss me like that one more time, and I will play you that ice cream song forever." Well, sometimes I said, "Baby, you need something to keep you cool." Sometimes I said, "Baby, you need something to keep you cool." Yes, you. Said, "Look out now, I got something for you." Tell you what it is. I'm rushing, baby, stop me when I'm passing by. I'm rushing, baby, stop me when I'm passing by. to satisfy. Check me out. I got to put where we're in the gypsy comes. All flavors and push-ups to under I should make. Stop me when I pass it by.